Excuse me.
The Deputy Clerk of the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Madam Director General, Directors and Deputy Directors of the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone, our esteemed Honorable Members of Parliament elect, including Paramount Chief Members of Parliament, members of the Fourth Estate, should I at this point say good morning and welcome to this very important occasion this morning following your election to the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone after the conclusive outcome of the June 24th, 2023 general elections. That being said, I want to respectfully crave your indulgence that we please rise for prayers. Let us rise for the parliamentary prayers. Almighty God, without whose help labor is useless, without whose light search is vain, we thy unworthy servants here gathered together in thy name, do most humbly beseech thee to send down thy heavenly wisdom from above, to direct and guide us in all our deliberations, and laying aside all private interests, prejudices, and partial affections, the result of all our counsels may be to the glory of thy blessed name. Amen. Honorable members, please be seated. Well, having called this meeting to order, I've also been tasked with the responsibility to introduce a cross-section of members of the management of the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone for the purposes of administration that is headed by the Clerk of Parliament, who is appointed pursuant to Section 82 of Act Number 6 of the 1991 Constitution, and us supporting the offices of the Clerk of Parliament as having public offices, and by extension, we are public servants. That being said, the Deputy Director for CSPS is already seated there, but I'll jump you, ladies first. We have about 42 of them here, so I'll start with a lady and then I'll come to you and in this order. Mrs. Nancy Jallo, she's the Deputy Director for DPREP, Department for Programs and Research in the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Next is Mr. Falakamanda. He is the Deputy Director for Training and Development, otherwise known as CSPS, Center for Strategy, Parliamentary Studies. Mr. Samuel Songa is the Director for Official Reports, otherwise known as ANSAD. So, for your days to be remembered in Parliament by way of legacy, he is going to document whatever you say in Parliament for the purposes of reference and posterity. Thank you very much. He's Mr. Songa. You should befriend him anyway, because you'll be meeting him from time to time to say, have you produced the answer? What did I say? Is it the right reflection of what I articulated? Oh, Eric Jabba is the Deputy Director for the Directorate of Sergeant at Arms, the SAA. You'll be seeing him from time to time carrying the mace, which symbolizes the authority of Parliament. And he will be shouting, "Honorable members, Mr. Speaker." And at that point, you are expected to rise. And then he will conduct the Speaker to his seat. He's a great man, Eric Jabba. I think you have to give them the military salute. To actually tell them your background. Thank you very much. Okay. Mr. Anesbori is the Deputy Director for ICT, Information and Communication Tech. Come this way so that they will see you properly, because they will be meeting you for their ICT needs, and you are expected to ensure that you assist them in the process. Is Anesbori, the Deputy Director for ICT, Information and Communication Technology. Thank you very much. And the Director of Committees, and of course, and pursuant to provisions in the Constitution, 93 specifically, is directed me, and he will be servicing a lot of committees. I think we have over 32 committees in Parliament, and he is the director to ensure that committees function, because committees are the microcosm of Parliament, and you would have to be placed in committees, and those committees are being manned by committee clerks to ensure that they provide procedural advice so that you take decisions that are within the ambit of the law. So he's the director for committees. But he's particularly serving himself the Committee on Appointments and the Public Service. Of course, once Parliament is constituted or reconstituted, and we expect the Committee on Appointments and the Public Service to come to action, given the recent announcement of ministers by government. They would have to be approved. Those that will be so approved, by Parliament. Okay? They would have to come. And that's the man. The brain behind the induction package. And he's indeed a deliverer when it comes to the deliverables. He's good at delivery. He's not less a person, but the Director for Training and Development, also known as CSPS, Center for Strategy and Parliamentary Studies. Mohammed Alpha Jallo, could you please stand up so that you will be properly identified? So you meet him for the purposes of your training needs. Thank you so much. This is somebody I'm afraid to introduce because he actually taught me at JSS1 Muslim Congress. He is my tutor and my teacher as well. And he's the director for DPREP. And he's actually working together with the deputy director. You can see the gender balance there. Gilbert Nabe is the director for DPREP, Department for Research and Programs in the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Another lady. This lady I've worked with over the years. If she were a member of Parliament, this is her third term now in Parliament. And she's not less a person, but the acting director of Human Resource, Christiana Silture. Could you please stand up? Thank you. And there's somebody also whom I've worked with over the years. He's an expert in his own right. You cannot take that away from him. and is the director for PBO, Parliamentary Budget Office. It's quite an important office that, in his words, that they do bill costing and they simplify the budget. So when it comes to budgetary simplification, that's the best man you could meet. Ibrahim Jimisa is the director for PBO. Thank you. Well, I wanted to introduce myself before the Deputy Clerk and the Director General. You see, Julius Caesar once said, "What touches us first shall be last served." But in this case, I don't want to serve myself last. Let me introduce myself. Well, I am Sheku Ture. I am the Director of Parliamentary and Public Relations Department. So anything that has to do with communication, interfacing with the media, protocol services. I know most of you might want your passport now, once you take oath. So it is my department. And mercifully, my chief protocol officer is here with me. I'm Ms. Aina Plumboya, just by way of recognition. Of course, by way of protocol, let me now introduce our first female Director General of the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone since we had independence in 1961. This woman is a motherly figure. She had grown in the administration of the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone. And she too, if she were a member of Parliament, she would have been doing her third term, tenure in Parliament now. And she rose as head of PACO, director for DPAC, and eventually through a competitive process, she was appointed as the first female Director General of the Parliament of Sierra Leone, who is there supporting the clerk to run the day-to-day affairs of the Parliament. And she also provides strategic advice to the Parliamentary Service Commission, which is headed by the Speaker of Parliament. Mrs. Finda Findosha Fraser, our Director General. You think? What?
Was it Director General before her?
No, she's the first.
So let us know that she's the first Director General.
Very well. She's the first Director General and female Director General. Thank you very much. Well, in his capacity as former Chief Whip, I must take note of that. In the last Parliament, in the dissolved Parliament. Now in the 6th Parliament, I don't know, maybe there is something greater. And of course, the Deputy Clerk of the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone, is been around Parliament. I don't know if this is his 5th or 6th tenure now, if you were a member of Parliament. Mr. Mohamed Lebu is also a fatherly figure. Put your hands together for Mr. Mohamed Lebu. So by way of protocol and for the purposes of introduction, that is where I will stop at this point in time. And then, according to the agenda before us, without much ado, let me now, before calling on the Director General to congratulate all members of Parliament elect. It was indeed a difficult journey. Thank God you are here today. And hopefully tomorrow you will subscribe to the oath and then perform your very first function to participate in the election of the Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Because tomorrow, pursuant to provisions in the Constitution, specifically Section 79, subsection 4, paragraph C, the office of the Speaker will officially be declared vacant tomorrow by the Clerk of Parliament. And the Clerk of Parliament will then preside over the election of the Speaker. It's an interesting process, and we do hope to fulfill it tomorrow. As tomorrow is the first sitting of the 6th Parliament, that is the very day that Parliament will die, on the 13th July 2028, to make way for the conduct of the 2028 general elections. So you must take due note of that, pursuant to constitutional provision. Because Section 85, subsection 1 says the lifespan of Parliament is 5 years. And it will commence from the day of its first sitting after the conclusion of a general election. We had the first one in the last election on the 25th of April, and Parliament also dissolved on the 25th of April this year for the conduct of the general elections. That being said, let me now invite our Director General of the Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone, for our opening statement. Madam Director General, thank you.
Thank you very much, Director Sheku. Members of Parliament designate, Paramount Chiefs, Deputy Clerk, Directors and Deputy Directors, members of the Fourth Estate, development partners present, our bankers around us this morning, a very good morning. On behalf of the Clerk of Parliament, I want to heartily welcome you to the 6th Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone. You are heartily welcome, and on behalf of the Clerk also, I want to use this opportunity to congratulate you all. I know you fought the fight, and you fought it well, and you're here today. I can see our own members of Parliament are here, especially our Mama of the House. She's here with us again. This, I think, is our 4th term she's doing. Welcome, everybody. And we're here this morning. Really, it's going to be a short time with you in Committee Room 1 before you move to your registration point. The essence here really of this session today is for you to do your registration, and I'm sure you've been informed on phone, and you've also been informed of the documents you're supposed to come with today for your registration to be done. So on this note, I want to just give a quick rundown on what the day is going to look like today. The registration points are as follows. For the Eastern region members, that's from Kailaun, Kenema, and Kono, the registration point will be in Committee Room 1 here. So you stay after this session. If you're from Kailaun, if you're from Kenema and Kono, please stay in this room. You do your registration here. And for the Southern region, that's Bo, Pujang, Bont, and Moyamba, your registration point is the Administrative Conference Room. Don't worry, we have the protocol officers. They will take you to your different locations. And then for Western area, those of you from Western area and urban and rural, your registration point will be at the State Hall, that's upstairs. And then for Northern region, that's Bombali, Kwanedugu, Falaba, and Tonkolili, your registration will take place at the State Hall. For Northwest region, your registration will take place at the State Hall, that's Cambia, Karine, and Potloko. And then at the main entrance, we have the MST, that is the Member Services Team. This is a new unit that has been formed for the 6th Parliament, and their role is to help you with inquiries. So if you need any further information, please, right at the entrance, the main entrance you came through, there is a desk there for you to go and do your inquiries. And also with us this morning, we have our bankers. Maybe by way of waving your hand and coming in front for one of your representatives to come in front. Can we have Sierra Leone Commercial Bank representative?
They're upstairs.
They're all upstairs, none of them are in here. Nobody?
Nobody from Sierra.
None? Can you just come in front quickly so they see you, please? Just one person. Just one. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. Oh, you're four. You're four. Yeah. So they're from Commercial Bank. Yeah? Yes. So you're representing Commercial Bank. Thank you very much. Yes. And then Zenith Bank, is there any representative in here from Zenith Bank? Okay, thank you. From Mortgage Bank? Mortgage? Is there anybody? I see a lady coming. She's not? Okay. And then we have Access Bank. Is there any representative from Access? Thank you very much. So our bankers will be at the state. Is Rotel Commercial Bank here? Please, can you come forward? Just one representative. Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. And then Guarantee Trust Bank, any representative? Thank you. Eco Bank. Nobody from Eco Bank. So these banks are here for you. Oh, UBA. Is UBA here? UBA? Oh, yeah, there's somebody from UBA. Thank you very much. So, members of Parliament, we have the various banks here. Those of you that don't have accounts and you wish to open accounts. Oh, there's somebody from Union Trust Bank. There's nobody from Union Trust Bank. Okay, these bankers are here to sell out their products to you, to market to you. So if you wish, it's your wish. If you wish to join them, then you can go on with necessary arrangements with them. That's why we had to have as much as possible the bankers we had access to for them to be here, so you can register with them if you wish to, and they're going to sell out their products. I'm sure they all have very good packages for you people. So it's your choice. Wherever you want to go, you'll go there. Yeah? And then photographs. We're going to take each one of you're going to have a photograph taken. And the photographs are going to be taken at the speaker's conference room. You'll be directed to the speaker's conference room. That will be after your registration. After everything, that's the last thing you do. You go and take your photo, your ID photo, because we need it for your biometrics information. And then tomorrow, Thursday, is the oath taking, where you're going to take your oath, and then you become a fully honorable member of Parliament. And then the election of the speaker and the... Can we please have decorum?
Order.
Yes. Okay. And then tomorrow will be the election of the speaker and the deputy speaker also, after the oath taking. But then I want to use this opportunity to recognize our former leaders of Parliament. And gracefully, honorable members, please you stand so that they will see you. Honorable Seliki, Honorable Veronica Kadisi, Honorable Dixon Rogers, and we have our PC member who was also a leader, Honorable Mima Kajwe. From Oyamba. She wants me to state that she's from Oyamba district. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So these are the leaders we have in the house. Yeah. So for Western area, and members from Western area, urban and rural, your registration point is at Members Lounge. That's upstairs. Yes, it's upstairs. So these are the main information I need to let you know. And then there is lunch. There is lunch for you between 1:30 and 2:30 at the canteen. Not bad, ma'am. Very well. So lot to be served between 1:30 and 2:30. I'm sure most of you would have completed your registration process. But if you haven't, you can still go for lunch and then come back for your registration. So today we are having the registration and also on Friday. So the process will continue on Friday, please. So if you are not able to register today, please make sure you register on Friday. I think that's the information I have for you. Thank you very much. And I think my colleague wants to add something to what I have said.
So protocol. So for the protocol staff who is in charge for committee room 1, we want the MPs to know you. For the protocol staff who are supposed to be in committee room 1, where are you? Yes, then I'll come and let them see you. You and who? You're the only one, right? For committee room 1. So for the protocol staff for administrative conference hall, it's our building for all our old MPs. They are there for our first timers, and she will take you there. And for the members lounge, the protocol staff for members lounge. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much. You can take to the members lounge. And for the state hall, we have state hall north and we have state hall south. So 2 ladies will take you for the state hall, north and south. And for our, I think that's done. Those are the 5. Yes, thank you.
So thank you very much, members. So we can move to our locations now. The protocols are here to guide you. Those of you staying in committee room 1, please stay. Oh, there's a quick announcement from Honorable Siliki.
Please, SMTK, please. We meet at 3:30 at the party office.
Okay, please can we sit down?
SMTK, please, we meet at the party office at 3:30. So, please. With the national executive and the president. Thank you.
Can we take our seats? Can we take our seats for 1 minute? Sorry, but yes, do we have any questions?
Honorable members, do you have any question?
Not yet.
Not yet. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
For the bankers, make your facilities attractive. Lower interest rate and long-term loans. Thank you very much.